Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. Today we're going to do a makeup look using the NARS Summer Solstice palette. And I have to apologize for today's video because I decided to sing. I recently just found out that you can actually sing. You can have your music playing while you're recording, and this is a new feature. I think this happened with the download, so super excited for that. So I prepped my skin with Caudalie Beauty Elixir. We primed with the One Size Secure the Sweat Primer, which is an amazing primer, technically meant for dry skin. No, I lied. Technically meant for oily skin. I have dry skin, and I still love the product. Foundation, I'm mixing two of them. One you can no longer purchase. It is the YSL Touche Eclait BD40. And the other one is the Haus Skintech Triclone Foundation in 190 Light Cool. They seem to be a really good mix for my skin right now. And I've really been into this glowy, light look. So I try not to overdo it on the makeup. And I've just been like loving the way my skin looks. So I only put a few pumps. And then when I put my makeup on with the sponge, I find that it doesn't go on as thick and compact as like a puff or a brush. So I really enjoy using the sponge. My concealer today is the Kosas Creamy Revealer Concealer in this shade 04N. Although after I blended it out, I realized that it was a little bit too yellow and too dark for my skin tone, especially with this foundation. So I added a little bit of the Jeffree Star Magic Star concealer in the shade C14. So I'm blending it out with my sponge after the fact. I did apply it with my brush and I was like, yeah, it's just a little bit too dark and I wanted a little bit of brightening. So there we go with the Jeffree Star. It's kind of my go-to for brightening and it works really well. And you will notice I do not set with powder because I'm trying to get that glowy look. I don't want a matte look. And I went in with, again, this has been kind of a staple lately in my makeup routine, my Rare Beauty Liquid Contour in the shade Solace. You know, I have actually, in a more recent video, I have actually switched my contour back to my NARS contour, which has been my ultimate favorite. But this one is a really, really, really good contour that I have been loving. But I think probably going into summer, I'll be going back to the NARS and probably repurchasing it because I feel like it's a little bit easier to blend, but I will be using this one up until it is all gone. We're still in the middle of February. I guess heading towards the last week of February now. So we're still technically in winter. But you can see here how I contour, and I always add a little bit to my nose. And sometimes I'll even go back in and add more to my cheeks to see if, you know, if like once blush is added, I'll see if it's enough product. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going in with blush. This has become my newest favorite product. It's the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush Stick. And this is the shade 77 Candy. I love it. And it kind of smells like candy. It's also very glowy. And I think I'm going to purchase, like when the sale comes on in spring, I think I'm going to try purchasing like a couple of different colors just because it's so beautiful. Okay, we're going in with brows now. So I'm actually, usually I don't show this part and I skip right over it, but I decided to show it. I'm using the Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Cool Cookie for my hair color and my eyebrow color. And then I go over top of that with the Benefit 24-hour gel just to hold everything in place. And sometimes I do find that when I run the brush over my brow hairs with the pencil in place, it kind of blends a little bit better. And so that's another reason why I use the brow gel. So I'm not sure if I made my brows too dark, but I do have uneven brows. Like they're not perfect. And I feel like nobody really has even brows. So it's not something I stress over particularly. I think that it kind of adds, even though they say symmetrical features add to the beauty of the face, I think it gives every face a little bit of like personality, right? Like it makes us all different. Okay, so next we're doing lips. So I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip pencil in the shade Cool Brown. And I'm not sure if I added my lip gloss right away. I think I added my highlighter first because once I put my lip gloss on, I can't add my highlight on my Cupid's bow. So I'm just outlining my lips and contouring. And I know this video ends really, really quickly at the end. So I have to be prepared because I know I was in a rush and I was just trying to do as much as I could and just trying to have fun with the video instead of talking through, because lately I haven't really felt like talking. So for setting spray, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray and fanning my face dry. This also adds to that beautiful glow. The lip color, it's not really a lip color that I'm using. It's the YSL Love Shine Lip Oil Gloss in 100 Sparkling Dream. It was a Christmas edition, so it was limited, and I'm pretty sure it's no longer available. I'm continuing in with my highlighter. I'm using Mary Lou by the Balm, adding it to my cheeks. And then we do go in with the liner. So I usually also don't show this part, and I know this sometimes grosses people out. I've had a few comments, so I apologize if it grosses you out, but this is how I add my waterline liner. I'm using the Rare Beauty Pencil Gel Liner in the shade True Black. This has become my favorite, other than my Avon Glimmer Stick Waterproof Liner. This is like another really, really good option. And then the liner that I use on my upper lash line to fill in the dark spaces between my lashes is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner. And again, we're using the Summer Solstice palette by NARS. So again, this was a limited edition palette. You can no longer purchase it. And I just feel like it was a really, really super good palette and also really popular. There's so many people who chose to purchase this palette when it was available. And it is beautiful. It's got like the reds and the golds. It's perfect for summer. Perfect really for any time of year. You can tell I'm using it for February and I just love it. So I went in with a base color to warm up my eyes and define my crease and then define my lower lashes. I'm going in with this beautiful red color on the outside of my lid, kind of blending everything together. And then on the inside, I use more of that gold bronze color. And I just find it was the perfect duo to go in for this eye look. And it's just so pretty. And it wasn't necessarily a Valentine's look, although it could be. You could use this palette for that. But I just wanted something warmer for this look. And once I'm happy with that red, I decided to go in with a little bit of the goldish bronze color. So I didn't actually use this as a wet brush. I just added it dry. And it, you know what, the shadow goes on so nice. And this palette's a few years old. So I'm actually surprised that it worked as well as it did. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit on the lower lash line. And like I said, this video ends really, really quick. So for mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift in the shade Blackest Black. And I do apply lashes. And so they will go on. I love the adhesive House of Lashes. You could only get it from Sephora online. You cannot buy it in store. At least I couldn't buy it here in store. And then, yeah, but I'm just blending out my look here and just making sure everything is cohesive and making sure it doesn't, look weird on the outside of my eye here, wiping away the fallout. And again, singing along with my songs. So we're putting on that liner that I had mentioned earlier. Again, all the products will be listed down below if you guys want to check that out. I don't link anything, but I do list it. So if you do want to find it or know what products I'm using, it's usually listed down there. So the liner helps fill in the lines between my lashes so that when I put on black mascara lashes, it does help to keep it all together. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.